Hi! We are starting with 2 potatoes, because let's be honest, that's what the air fryer was built for. Slice them into thin ribbons. Add some ice and water and let them sit for about 10 minutes. It rinses off the starch so they stay light and don't glue together. Now drain them well and move to a dry bowl. Let's give these slices some flavor. Crack in 1 egg. It'll hold everything together. Add 2 tablespoons of flour, a pinch of red pepper flakes, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Mix it all together. It might look like a potato batter. Alright, into the dish it goes. Level it up with a spoon and straight into the basket. Kind of like a potato gratin, just with ribbons instead of slices. Air fry at 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And just when you think it's done, we are not stopping there. Quick hack! You can pop open a can with the huge help of a spoon. Now some corn goes on top and a handful of grated cheese, whatever you like. Mozzarella works great here. All that's left is another 5 minutes to melt it all together. That's it! Golden edges, cheesy top, and the air fryer once again proving its pure magic. Just look at that texture! Soft inside, creamy and perfectly melted on top. That's the dream. Enjoy! I've always loved fried pastries. Crispy, juicy, total comfort food. This version just happens to be lighter, but every bit as satisfying. So, to begin, pour some soy sauce into a shallow plate. Now, add a splash of water. It softens the flavor and helps the rice paper stay flexible, not salty. Take a rice paper sheet and dip it into the mix, both sides, just a few seconds each. Lay it flat on the board. Then do the same with the second sheet. We are layering for extra strength, so the filling doesn't break through later. And here's the filling. Seasoned ground beef. Spread it across 1/2, keeping the edge clear so it seals nicely. Next, grate some mozzarella and top it off, just enough for the juicy, stretchy finish. Fold it over into a half-moon shape and press the edges gently to seal. And here's a quick hack. Just drop the egg in the bowl. It cracks itself, you just fish out the shell. Give it a quick whisk and brush it over the patty. Now sprinkle some sesame seeds and into the air fryer it goes, 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. Yeah, we've been through a lot together. And here it is. Golden, crispy and dangerously good looking. Listen to that crunch. Oh yeah, that's the sound of perfection. What can I say? It's great. You'll love it. Enjoy. Now let's switch gears. This one starts directly in the air fryer. Prepare your baking mold and place it in the basket. Next, cut the tortillas straight into the mold. Rolling them first makes this quick and controlled. Scissors help a lot here. This gives us a light crisp base that holds everything together. Cook at 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit for 5 minutes, just enough to dry the tortillas and give them structure. While that works, let's build the filling. Crack 4 eggs into the bowl. This is the part that brings all the layers together. Then add 250 grams of cottage cheese. This keeps everything soft and creamy inside. And season with salt, black pepper and oregano. Give it a good mix. You're looking for a smooth, pourable mixture. Now the fun part. Spread shredded chicken already cooked over the toasted tortilla pieces. And pour the egg mixture over the top, making sure it seeps into every corner. Finish with a generous layer of mozzarella, because this is a pie after all. And back into the air fryer 180 degrees Celsius 350 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. And this is what you get: a soft, savory tortilla dish with gently set edges, perfect for slicing and packing ahead. For the next recipe, grab a roll of parchment, cut a rectangle and fold it in half. This square holds the whole dinner together. Now get some butter and spread a thin layer across the parchment. It stops the food from sticking and adds flavor to whatever touches it. Now for the seasoning. Whatever dry spice blend you like, paprika, dried herbs, your call. Sprinkle it right onto the butter. When the filling goes on later, those spices toast against it and form a crust. Next, heat up a skillet with a splash of olive oil. In goes the ground meat. And here's a hack: use a potato masher to break it up. It's faster than a spatula, and the pieces come out small and even, exactly what you want. Spread it thin so it browns, not steams, about 10 minutes. While that cooks, mix a quick sauce in a bowl. A tablespoon of brown sugar, a tablespoon of cornstarch, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a quarter cup of soy sauce, and 3 tablespoons of water. Whisk it smooth. Now pour the whole thing into the meat. This does the heavy lifting, turns plain ground meat into something with real depth. Stir it through and keep cooking. Then move the meat to the bowl. The skillet's neat for the next step. While it's still hot, add sliced mushrooms. No oil, no butter, just a dry pan. Mushrooms are mostly water, so they went dry on purpose. Add fat too early and they absorb it instead of browning. Let them release their moisture first. Once the water's gone, drizzle in some oil, add pepper and salt. Now they'll brown properly. Golden edges, not soggy. Then the parchment. Remember the spice layer. Spread mashed potato right over it. Cover the whole sheet. The potato locks those spices in. Then pile on cooked meat. Mushrooms go on next. And on top shredded mozzarella, enough to cover the whole thing. It does the rest in the air fryer. Fold the parchment closed. The potato wraps around the filling and becomes the crust. Press gently and slide the whole thing into the air fryer. 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit, 10 minutes. The parchment holds everything in place while the outside crisps up and the cheese melts inside. When the timer goes off, don't rush. Give it a minute to set. The layers hold better that way. One bite and you won't believe this came out of parchment paper. A proper dinner. Filling, satisfying, and the kind of thing you'll want to make again next week. Enjoy! For the next recipe, grab a tortilla and set it on your workspace. Next, in a small bowl, mix some mayonnaise with soy sauce. I know it sounds strange, but wait until you taste what this combo does to the flavor. Stir it well until smooth. This will be your secret sauce. Using a brush, coat the tortilla with our special mixture. Make sure you cover every bit. This is where all that savory goodness comes from. Now, take your ground beef and spread it evenly over the tortilla. Don't be shy with it. Just use your hands. Sometimes the old ways are the best ways. A sprinkle of salt and a touch of black pepper to wake up those flavors. Roll it up nice and tight. Take your time with this part. You want it firm, but not too tight. Perfect. Now let's slice it into bite-sized pieces, about 3 to 4 centimeters each. These little beauties are going straight into our air fryer at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. While they are getting crispy, let's grate some mozzarella. The anticipation builds when you start smelling this cooking. Trust me on this one. Once the rolls are done, we'll sprinkle the cheese on top and give them another quick blast until it melts into gooey perfection. And there you have it, crispy, cheesy beef rolls that combine the best of both worlds. Every time I make these, they disappear before they even have a chance to cool down. Perfect for when you want to impress without spending hours in the kitchen. Next, a dish I somehow ignored for over a year. Never again. Salmon, straight into the air fryer. 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Now, time to prep the rice. Pour it into a sieve and heat the water first. Here's a little hack. Cook it right in the sieve. No draining, no mess. A few minutes later, fluffy, shiny rice. Done. Just strain it and into the bowl it goes. Now, back to the fish. Look at that. Golden, juicy and smelling amazing. Grab a second bowl for the fish. The skin peels off nice and easy after baking. Then shred it with 2 forks, just like that. Next up, crab sticks, about 4 of them. And here's a quick hack. Press them with the side of a knife and tap. You'll get instant crab floss, perfect for this dish. Into the bowl with the salmon it goes. Now add a bit of mayo and a generous squeeze of sriracha. Then a big spoonful of cream cheese. Now that's what makes it creamy. And a teaspoon of salt for balance. Mix it all together and there it is, your spicy creamy dream filling. Now let's move on to the rice. It needs a little flavor boost too. Starting with rice vinegar. Oh wow, that smell! Add a bit of sugar and salt and give it a quick shake until it all comes together. Nice and simple, just the way I like it. Now pour that mix over the rice, give it a gentle stir and let those flavors meet properly. Grab a foil baking tray and lightly coat it with olive oil. Rice layer first, press it flat and even. Now, crumble in a nori sheet right on top for that ocean kick. Then pile on our creamy salmon crab mix. Smooth it out. Looks good already, right? And into the air fryer it goes, 200 degrees Celsius or about 390 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. And that's it. All cooked and ready. Now comes the moment we've been waiting for. A sprinkle of furikake, then a drizzle of unagi sauce, and now it's officially done. Time to dig in. Spoon a bit straight to the bottom. Make sure you catch both rice and salmon. Place it on a crispy nori snack sheet. Fold it and take a bite. That's sushi bake. Creamy, spicy and completely addictive. Enjoy! For the next recipe, grab 4 heads of garlic. Slice the tops clean off. Then grab a few sheets of foil, 1 for each. Place the garlic in the center and drizzle with olive oil to help it roast deep and sweet. Wrap it tight and into the air fryer, 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. While the garlic transforms, it's time for the onions. 3 of them sliced into half moons. Nothing fancy, just thin enough to melt down nicely. Heat up a pan. And while it's getting hot, here's the thing about this dish. The more gently everything cooks, the deeper the final flavor becomes. Low and slow really pays off here. Onions in and about 50 grams of butter to help everything soften and pick up that light golden edge. Now for the seasoning. A teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of salt, a touch of black pepper, and then a full cup of rich meat broth. Something with real depth and body to pull the whole dish together. Lid on, low heat, around 20 minutes of slow magic. After that, everything turns melt soft and deeply aromatic. Give it a stir. This step already smells like victory. Now let's turn to the potatoes, the one ingredient that never lets a good dish down. Slice them on a thin mandolin and transfer everything into a bowl. To keep every slice firm and separate, add some ice and pour in cold water. Back to the garlic. Now it's soft, mellow and almost buttery at this point. Unwrap and squeeze all 4 heads straight into the onions. Now stir until the garlic melts in completely. Time to build. Pat the potatoes dry with a towel. Then grab a baking dish. Now it all comes together. Start building our layers. Potato slices, then that garlic onion mix. And keep going until the dish is full. Now finish with a few pieces of butter and back into the air fryer 180 degrees Celsius 350 Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. For the final touch and to get that perfect irresistible cheese pull, cover everything with a generous layer of freshly shredded mozzarella. Now back into the air fryer for just 5 minutes, that's all it needs. And here it is, melted, golden and absolutely irresistible. Tender layers, deep savory sweetness, buttery edges, melted cheese on top. A dish that tastes like pure comfort in its best possible form. Rich, warm, fragrant and absolutely unforgettable. Don't miss what's next. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Thank you for watching.